InDesign, Adobe InDesign Creative Cloud by Chris Botello. It's the Revealed series, and we're in Chapter 7. We're working on reshaping frames, and we'll be starting on page 7-20. You should have 7-2 InDesign document open and saved as Halloween invitation. We're going to get the selection tool, which again remember is the black tool. We're going to click the orange clouds graphic in the document. We're going to go to edit on the menu bar. We're going to copy it first. We're going to do Command or Control C. We're going to go to edit on the menu bar, and then we are going to paste in place. A duplicate frame and graphic is placed directly in front of the original. We're going to place the Blue Clouds TIFF from the location where our Chapter 7 data files are stored in this new frame. So we're going to go to File and Place, and make sure that this is still selected, which it is. We're going to do File and Place. And we're looking for Blue Clouds. .tiff and place, and it replaces that first orange cloud image. Now we're going to get the direct selection tool, and we're going to click anywhere in the pasteboard to deselect all. Then we're going to drag the top right corner point towards the center so it's in the approximate location shown in figure 25 in your textbook, or you'll see mine on the screen in just a moment. There we go. We're going to go to edit on the menu bar and click undo move. I hate it when they do that to us, right? And then we're going to get the pen tool, and we are going to add an anchor point on the top path of the frame where it intersects with a vertical burgundy guide. So the top path of the frame, this must be the burgundy guide, and we're supposed to add an anchor point right here, right? Then we're going to add an anchor point on the right path of the frame where it intersects with the horizontal burgundy guide. And your page should resemble figure 26 or mine on the screen. We're going to position the pen tool pointer over the top right corner point. The pen tool pointer becomes the delete anchor point tool, which it does. You can see the minus beside mine. We're going to click the top right corner point to delete it. And our screen should resemble mine on the screen or figure 27 in your textbook. Now we're going to reshape a frame into an open path. You're going to verify that none is selected for both fill and stroke tools on the Tools panel. We're going to get the rectangular frame tool, not the rectangular frame, just the rectangular tool, rectangle tool. And then we're going to create a rectangle that snaps to the inside of the 4 margin guides as shown in figure 28, or you'll see it on my screen in just a moment. And again, it's the 4 margin guide, so we want it to go here to here and down to here. Now we're going to get the pen tool, and we are going to add an anchor point anywhere on the left segment of the frame. With that new anchor point still selected, click Edit on the menu bar and click Cut. And as shown in figure 29 or mine on the screen, when the anchor point is cut, the two segments connected to it are also deleted. So we've deleted that whole side. Then we're going to click the default fill and stroke button on the tools panel. We're going to click the stroke panel name tab to display the stroke panel. We're going to click the weight list arrow on the stroke panel. We're going to click 4 points. We're going to place the pen tool pointer on the top path of the frame where it intersects with the blue guide. When it changes to the Add Anchor Point tool, you're going to click to add an anchor point. And then we're going to add an anchor point on the right path of the frame where it intersects with the blue guide. We're going to click the Delete Anchor Point tool. Then we're going to click the top right anchor point. And your screen should resemble figure 30 in the textbook or mine on the screen. Now moving on to page 7-22, we're going to press W to switch to preview. We're going to get the selection tool. And we are going to click the black stroked path. If it wasn't already clicked, it was. We're going to click the Start List arrow on the stroke panel. And we're going to click Circle Solid. And then we're going to click the End List arrow and click Circle Solid. And then compare your work to figure 31 or mine on the screen. We're going to press W to return to the normal view. We're going to get the pen tool. We're going to position it over the location where the diagonal section of the black path intersects with the yellow guide. With the anchor point, when the pen tool changes to the Add Anchor Point, we are going to click to add an anchor point. And then we're going to add another anchor point where the black path intersects with the horizontal burgundy guide. We're going to add a third new anchor point approximately halfway between the two new anchor points. Now that's a little further up. You think that I could get halfway, right? Oh, we're just going to leave it at that. All right, we're going to get the Direct Selection tool. We're going to select only the third anchor point that we added. Deselect and then maybe have to select that. Click Edit on the menu bar and click Cut. And your page should resemble figure 32 or mine on the screen. Now we're going to get the Selection tool. We're going to click on the artboard to deselect all. We're going to click the top black path. We're going to get the Pen tool. We're going to point to the anchor point where the top black path intersects with the yellow guide. Then stop when a diagonal line appears beside the pen tool pointer. Close. There. The diagonal line indicates that the pen tool is being used to reconnect the path. We're going to click the pen tool pointer on the anchor point. We're going to press and hold Shift. Then we're going to click where the yellow guide intersects with the blue guide. We're going to go to the stroke panel. We're going to click the Start List arrow. We're going to click Triangle. And your page should resemble figure 33, but not mine yet because I did not do that correctly. So we're going to do that again. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to back up and do that again so you can see how that works. When the pen tool changes to that diagonal line is when you want to click. And it is very touchy, so if you don't click it right when it creates that diagonal line, it's not going to allow you to okay, so we're going to do Edit, we're going to redo Cut, we're going to get the pen tool. Okay, right where you see that change to the diagonal point, you're going to click, hold down your Shift, and then you're going to click down here, and that, oh geez, I didn't do it that time, of course. All right, we're going to do that again. When it changes to the diagonal line, which means that it's extending this line then is what we're trying to get it to do. And it's so touchy. Okay, gonna get the pen tool again. Come over here, and when it changes to the diagonal line, which it will eventually, hold down your Shift, come down here, and this should be extending that line. Hooray, it worked. All right. So we've done, we've extended the line, and then what we want to do is go to the stroke panel, and we're going to go to the Start List arrow, and we're going to change that to a triangle. Then we're going to get the selection tool again. We're going to select the bottom black path, and then on the stroke panel we're going to click the End List arrow and change that to a triangle as well. Then we are going to go to View on the menu bar. We're going to point to Grids and Guides and hide guides. We're going to deselect both of the black paths. Then we're going to select both of the black paths and hold down Shift to select them both. And then you want to go to the type list arrow on the stroke panel. And then we're going to click dashed. And we're going to type 14, 8, 3, and 8. 14, 8, 3, and 8. In the dash and gap text boxes as shown in figure 34 or as you saw on my screen. Wait a minute. 14, 8, 3, and this is supposed to be 8. Sorry. We're going to click the round cap button. Then compare your page to figure 35 or mine on the screen. And do a Command or Control S to save. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create some polygons, circles, and lines. But I'll be back in just a moment to do that.